Hello everyone, I'm Salad and welcome back to Witcher 3. Now, it is the New Year's, and it's probably not for you people on YouTube, but it just turned New Year for me and for those of you watching on Patreon. And I got a little bit of a present for Christmas. And so I'll just show you what I mean real quick. So, this is what I'm seeing. I'm playing in an ultra wide now. So I've got a very large monitor, and just how large? Well, you can see in the display settings. I'm playing at 7680 by 2160. So that's two 4K screens side by side. Now I know we've been having graphics cards issues for a while now, so hopefully this doesn't explode us. But just letting you know, that is one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm playing an ultra wide. Now for you folks who are watching, you'll just be seeing it in the regular aspect ratio. So hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. If it does, then I'll switch back to actually playing in 16 by 9 for you guys. But right now, all the HUD elements are on screen, and they're all within frame. I just will be seeing a little bit more to the left and the right. So again, hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. I did notice that there was a setting for, what was it? Here we go, ultra-wide aspect ratio for cutscenes. I did turn that on. There's also something else that somebody wanted me to take a look at. Let's see, it was quick casting in the gameplay options. Yo-Yo asked me to take a look at that. So I'm going to turn that on, quick casting. Let me see what that actually does. So I can select that the same way. Oh, here we go. The setting aims to eliminate the need for the access menu. To use it first, hold down the right trigger, then press one of the following buttons. A for R. Okay, so I can press right trigger and then Quen with B. Let me try that. Okay, that's good. And Yurden, what was Yurden? I don't know, I'll figure it out. That's Axie. Yurden. Okay, nice. Okay, I like this a lot better. Thank you very much for that comment. This is going to help out a lot. So I can just press right trigger and Y to do that, and right trigger and B to do that. That's gonna be a huge help. Anyways, so last time we were headed to we're in Skellige, and now we are headed to the port near Kaer Trolde. I don't know exactly what we're doing specifically, I forget, but obviously we're still looking for Ciri, and we've come here in the hopes that we'll find more clues about that. So again, it's wonderful to have a gigantic, gigantic view now. And if it does cause any problems, though, I will be switching back to 16 by 9 if it causes problems with the recording where you can't see something that's important. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this wonderful panoramic view of the landscape.
Something for your dog. Some silver earrings from the continent.
Skellige. Let's talk to some of these people here.
Wants something from the continent, I'll go on a raid. Show me what you got from the Isles instead.
The Isles. Okay, so they don't want anything from the continent? So do they not like products that are outside
Every
of
man on the continent so bloodless.
this area?
Greetings. Looking to buy?
I mean, they seem friendly enough so far.
Show
Despite
me
the fact that we got attacked on the way in here. Let's see, what do we got here? Lonesome World Guide to Ard Skellig. Reading this guidebook will unlock certain fast travel point. Okay. That is a little bit pricey, though. Lonesome Guide to... Okay. So I feel like these are really expensive, and they kind of feel like cheating. I feel like we should just find places ourselves rather than teleporting around everywhere. So I think we're not going to buy that. Is there anything I need to sell? There's this axe, but I don't think we want to sell it. It's better, right? Yeah, it's way better. Okay, so I think that's all we have to say.
So long.
Yeah, and surprisingly, our frame rate is buttery smooth, at least from my perspective, despite the increase in resolution. I did turn off things like anti-aliasing and such, but still. Oh, is those bees? Yeah. Something over here. Other than bandits, I mean.
Come on!
Yeah, that's so nice, being able to just quick cast it like that. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm not paying attention. What's behind me? I used the wrong thing. There we go, I used water.
Take cover! Give us all you got!
Although I guess I normally keep it on Quen anyways. So in that sense,
It's too late to surrender.
2 button presses instead of 1, but it's fine. Okay, there's nothing to see here. Or is there? There's a bird. My Witcher senses reveal something? They don't. Okay, I assume that might be relevant later on. Maybe to a side quest. Regardless, we'll move on to wherever it is we're going and put away our sword. A nice bridge. It's just such a nice. I just like the vibe of this place, especially with this giant screen. It's very immersive. It's kind of a shame that I have to turn up the gamma for YouTube to turn up the brightness, because at least looking at my other monitor here where it's being recorded, it looks a little washed out compared to like the wonderful view that I'm getting.
Warren just standing here.
That's it.
But every time you upload something to YouTube, it becomes way darker than what it actually is. So who knows, maybe it'll turn out just fine. And it'll still look just as beautiful on your end. I hope so. Yeah, look at that. What is that over there? Fire? Yeah. I like this place already. You know what it's giving me? It's giving me Skyrim vibes. Because of the mountains and the snow and whatnot. Or whatever this all is. A long, empty tunnel. Bridge to Kaer Trolde. So we have to go to the port here. It's wait, no, the port was down there, isn't it? Okay, so I'm actually not supposed to be here. I was gonna say, we're supposed to go to a port. Why are we so high up? But no, this is not even where I'm supposed to be.
If he's as strong as he looks.
Hard Skellig, Kaer Trolde
Nice
Keep.
little axe. Pretty like.
Okay, I feel like if I was skilled enough, I could make that jump. But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna try that this time around. So I will just head back down. Let's go to where we're actually supposed to be. I'll get back to you guys when I get a little bit closer, maybe. Oh, there's a merchant here. I didn't even realize.
Looking to buy?
Let's see what this guy has.
Show me your wares.
Oh, is this the same guy? I think it's the same person.
So long.
Never mind. Sorry about that. Also, since this screen is ginormous, it's huge. My camera position and mic position is a little bit different. My mic's like right here. So hopefully that's also fine. But I think it is. I think it probably looks good. Okay, this should be the port. Hard Skellig, Kaer Trolde Harbor. What is that, a dog? Oh, yeah, it's a dog. Oh, no, it's a... Or is it a wolf? No, it's a...
We've got to go to the
I guess it's all the same thing,
bid
huh?
farewell to King Bran.
Somewhat.
It's not fitting when you help a man in
Only
need.
the King of Skellig and I.
Got any stuff for me to steal? Oh, I actually can't pick up any of this stuff. Only stuff in boxes. Fishing net, fishing rod. Those are new. I don't think we've seen those before. Or allspice. So I'm assuming that well, it would make sense. Different areas have different loot that you can possibly get from it. Lesser Chernobog runestone. So that just reminds me of a friend of mine, or a cousin of mine, forced me to watch the Arkanites anime. We watched through the first season and some of the second. And Chernobog, that reminds me of that. Let me check what that actually is, by the way. What does the Chernobog runestone do? Because we only have a bunch of lesser runestones, and they're kind of not worth it. Just 2% chance to freeze and things like that. So I'm hoping that we get runestones that are actually legitimately useful. But I don't see it there. Oh, here it is. 2% attack power. I mean, that's just good in general. I think that is a little bit better than some of the other things we get, except for maybe armor piercing. I still don't know. I just still don't have a full understanding of how good that is. But 2% of attack power, that's just straight up. That's better than 2% chance to freeze, I think. At least that's always in effect. Not a chance. There's a quest here.
No, sorry.
Let's see what's going on.
Sorry to trouble you, but I really have no choice.
What is it?
What is it?
Our ship was wrecked against the rocky shore during the last storm. I've lost everything.
I mean, the same for us.
How am I supposed to help?
I haven't even got the coin for the journey home, and with each day's delay, I draw closer to bankruptcy.
You just need money?
Might have guessed you'd come around to coin. So, need a loan? Or is it just alms you're after?
Probably us to work for
Back
him.
every lost copper, I swear it. You need only call on me at my address in Novigrad.
I mean, 150 is not that much. It's still less than those waypoints. Well, at least some of those waypoints cost. I can spare it, so I think I am going to give it to him. So, Novigrad. I'll just have to figure out where he is later. And I'm assuming that he'll give me something nice, but who knows? The game may troll me, and I'll give him this money, and then he'll take it and run, and that'll be the end of it. Like, the game could troll me, but I'll give him the money. I can waste
I'll
it.
help you. I visit Novigrad often enough. Might stop by, see how business is going.
Thank
Some
you.
easy XP,
You'll
either
find
way.
me in the Port District. My name's Johan Bonner.
Johan
See you later,
Bonner.
then.
In the business district, I think you said, or the port district. One of the two. Okay. Well, I mean, that was very quick, but hopefully we get something good out of that. Well, even if we don't, at least we helped him out, I guess.
Amongst the
We got
living
XP.
is but the wink of an eye
Is this more Eternal Fire nonsense going on here? What's this?
when we are gone.
I see, they're doing a funeral. They're gonna put him on there and burn it, hence all the logs. I believe that's how Viking funerals were, something like that. I don't know history. I just vaguely know some things. Looking at all their expressions, the expressions have a lot of meaning to them. I'm just not totally sure. That guy with the hat in the background seems suspicious.
You
She's
need not do this, child.
Yeah, him.
I know, but I want to.
Do what? The other girl seemed, the other woman seemed concerned that she might do something as well. I think. What's she gonna go do? Oh, pay her respects. Or no. Wait,
'Tis madness.
she's going
Such
out.
a young lass.
Ernest
She's
should
gonna
be
die.
the one going. They shared a bed longer.
Silence. It is her decision.
Okay, so that must be part of the, like, burial rites for, obviously only for specific people, maybe specific nobility in this land. Is that if someone dies, their wife goes and dies with them, burning on the boat or something like that. Okay. But they said that it's her decision, but is it necessary? Does somebody have to go and die with that person? Or is it completely optional? Either of them could have chose to do it or not. Or does her going mean that the other lady didn't have to? And I assume the other lady is the other one that we were looking at earlier. Well, I guess it's optional because this guy said you didn't have to do that, but she wanted to anyways. First impressions, the other lady who didn't want to go and burn with him is the one responsible for his death. That's my first thought. I don't know if that's right at all, but that's what the impression I get. Because apparently she'd been with him longer. Oh. Is this Yennefer?
You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
She keeps
The
does.
eulogy.
She takes good care of her hair, I must say. Very fashionable
King
looking.
Bran of Clan Tuirsech has embarked on his final voyage.
Oh, it's a king. King Bran.
At its end, our glorious ancestors await him. Together they will hunt and raid. They will sit round the fire and praise the deeds of ages past. For now, he lives in our hearts. One day, we too shall stand at his side and face the sea together. That will be a good day.
If you say so. You smell wonderful? No.
You knew Bran?
Yes, he was well respected. Unlike his wife.
Okay, so there's another hint to it. There's another hint. But what I was saying before.
Is its clan.
Skellige. Okay, I just want to say I'm glad that I was saying it right after I corrected myself and said, oh, it's probably pronounced Skellige. It is. Okay.
Times of war. Tradition holds the clans unite under the leadership of their king. We've bid Bran farewell. Time to pick his successor who will lead us against the Black Ones.
Wow, you're picking the successor right at his funeral? Is that really how you do it? And is this guy gonna nominate himself or something?
The gates of Kaer Trolde stand open to all who hail Bran of Clan Tuirsech dear. Mead and meat will be plentiful. During the wake, those who believe themselves worthy of the crown will step
So people
forward.
are gonna compete for the position of king. Not in the mood for a wake? Want to run away with you? Spend some time to... No, let's go to the... I guess let's go to the wake.
Come to the wake with me?
Gladly. Feasts in Skellige, so predictable. Slobbering drunks, brazen boasting, and the inevitable rows that result.
Yeah, nothing like the banquets mages attend. Remember the one on Thanedd?
You were there. How could I forget? I also remember excruciatingly well what happened after the banquet.
I don't think she's reading our mind.
Reading my mind again?
What's more, I like what I see.
Oh, so she is reading our mind. Okay, I thought she would not do that, but I guess she does do that. That just makes me also not like her. I already had a suspicious impression of her, but now she's reading our mind as well. That makes her very dangerous. Because if we ever choose to do anything against her, she'll know beforehand. I don't really want to tell her anything.
How about you? What have you learned?
Something strange happened on Ard Skellige a time ago. A disaster brought about by a burst of magic. Extraordinary, really. Natural anomaly. Never seen anything like it. My intuition tells me Syria was its cause.
I mean, that makes
As much as I
sense.
respect your intuition, Yen, we need something specific. Evidence.
I'd know for certain if I was able to inspect the disaster zone. Unfortunately, Ermion and his druids aren't letting anyone near.
So why won't Ermion let you inspect the area of the anomaly?
Call it a difference of opinion. A large, loud difference. Look, it's Krach.
Krach.
Right, Wolf.
Guy doing the
Greetings, Krach.
announcements.
I shall see you at the wake, and I'll not accept any excuses. I've an important matter to discuss with you.
I mean, can't you discuss it right now? Why do
I
we
should
need to go to the
wait
wake
back
to
and wait
discuss
for the
it?
feast. I count on you to don something complimentary. Something that doesn't reek of 1,000 hunts.
Yen, you know I can't stand new doublets. Just too tight till you break them in.
And
I'm
just
not
like
wasting
that,
a ton
I'll
of
not
money on
accept
a
any
clothing.
excuses. We're not here to enjoy ourselves. We've matters to resolve and should dress appropriately. I've rented a room at the inn. Took the liberty of laying out some clothes for you there. You ought to go. Choose something. In the meantime, I've something to attend to. We'll meet at the entrance to the feast hall.
Okay, well, she's doing the same thing that that Triss did, and forcing us to go and get special clothing for the event. If she really wants us to wear special clothing, hey, go buy me some clothing. Go buy me some clothing with your own money, if it's that important, huh? I don't care about dressing fancy for this event to impress people or make the right impression. If they don't like it, I'll just stab them. That's all there is to it. So I'm not gonna go buy any special clothing to make her happy. I was more inclined to do that for Triss, and even then I didn't do it. Not because of how expensive it was. Who knows though? Maybe the clothes are less expensive here in Ard Skellig, or Skellig. It's weird. I think they say I think they do say Ard Skellig, but they also say Skellige. Oh right. I think that I had this explained to me or clarified to me a little bit. Like Ard Skellig is a place, but Skellige is the island. I think. And Ard Skellig is a place on the island. But I think both pronunciations are right. But whatever. Anyways, let's go to Ard Skellig or whatever, or meet her at the entrance to Kaer Trolde's keep. Okay, that's back where we were upstairs. We're not putting on formal attire, so I'm gonna walk ourselves over there.
So pleased you've come to pay respect.
Oh, okay, they're already
Bran was
here.
a great ruler.
He needs a worthy successor.
You speak as though you have someone in mind.
Skellige's troubles very much derive from
course
it
she
not
does.
being a hereditary monarchy. Any upstart can be king and destroy his predecessor's legacy.
Yeah, so she wants it to be somebody in the family, huh? Yes, this person definitely 100% killed their husband or whatever it was. Apparently they had multiple consorts or whatever. But this person definitely killed the king.
The King of the Isles is a more symbolic position.
That should change as well. A strong leader who wields true power. That is what the times require.
Sure.
Introduce me?
This is my friend Geralt, and this is Berna, widow of the dear departed Bran.
The Queen Mother. It's a pleasure to meet you, Geralt. You must forgive me. But on a day like today, I'm afraid I cannot indulge in my penchant for long conversations.
I mean, it seems like that's exactly what you were doing. But okay. You can't engage in long conversations with us, is what you're saying.
I can see you chose your own outfit. You know, of course, that together we look about as good as lace frills on a battle axe.
Everyone's got their style. Don't like funerals. Don't like feasts.
I know. You also dislike underdone meat and being teleported. But sometimes we must overcome our disgusts and prevail.
We should mingle before they all get drunk. There'll be no talking to anyone then.
Good thinking. I don't know what Krach wants, but when we meet with him, we should have clear minds.
I'm not gonna drink. Why dull my senses when I'm in such pleasant company?
Do you plan to compliment me all evening?
No. If I was him, I wouldn't at all. Okay. Geralt and I do not share the same mind. He's not nearly as suspicious of Yennefer as I am.
So, what have you brought for the farewell feast?
Very dark in here.
Sheep's milk cheese.
Our wagon's full
Cool.
of loot we ripped from.
Now this reminds me of Elden
We've
Ring.
also
It reminds me of the
dined from
various
temples
forts.
of Melitele, remote ones. Wonder what'll please Bran more. Your victuals or our war booty?
Geralt, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Your beard. Why did you decide to grow it out?
Don't really know.
Must say it suits you.
You say so. Let's look around.
Trouble.
Yeah, I am more trouble. I can't go in there. It's locked. Okay. Again, I wish I could lockpick things and break in. I could steal other stuff.
Friends we show heart, foes we show our act.
Although I guess if I did, this entire playthrough would just be me breaking into things.
Lady
I'd
Yennefer.
never do the story.
Sir,
Greetings, Arnvald. My companion is Geralt of Rivia.
I am honored.
Nice to meet you too. Quite a few guests.
They come to bid their king farewell. They come to see the claimants to the crown.
We wanted to talk to Croc on Crate.
The Jarl will join us shortly. He's assigned you a place of honor at the table just beside his daughter Ceres. Follow me, please.
Okay, we got a place of honor, huh?
They've seated us here.
I asked them to. Wanted to meet the notorious witcher Geralt.
We've met. Don't remember?
That was ages ago. Yalmer and I were children when you last visited Orda. But you should meet your feast mates. Allow me the dubious honor. That's Halbjorn, son of Holger Blackhand. Blue Boy Lugus, Madman Lugus's first
I'm not gonna remember any of that.
Choking down a stockfish over there is Otric on Hindar.
You're Jarl's son all? Wait. Hold. I don't know.
Forgive me. I remember our meeting all those years ago, but I don't recall your name.
Ceres on Crate, Crack her da, and her big brother Yalmer called a Sparrowhawk. A Jarl's daughter she is. Fat lot of good it does her.
Ceres is jealous, for the one among us who performs the greatest feat will be crowned king.
We all know the feats are a sideshow. Our fathers will choose who will wear the crown.
Are they?
What do you think they spoke to Crack about?
You talk like that because you're short of strength and skill. Remember when Hjalmar challenged us all to a race up the mount? You didn't stand with us then. As he buried his axe in that stump at the top to mark his victory, you were warming your chicken bones by the fire.
Had my reasons for not participating. But
Who's
I would've
crying in the
won then,
background?
as I'd win now.
Now that you mention him, just noticed Hjalmar's not here.
My brother walks his own paths. But about the race, why don't we repeat it? I'm willing to challenge any of you, Witcher included. If I beat him to the top, venture to say that'd be a feat, eh? So you in?
If the Witcher's in.
Geralt?
I don't really care, but I guess I'll race just to
Gladly. What are the rules?
just to do it.
Whoever pulls Hjalmar's axe from the stump at the top of the hill wins. Stray off the path and you lose.
And here I was, ready to puke from all the boredom. Let's go!
Okay, so we can't take shortcuts? That's lame. Kaer Trolde Mountain sometime later.
We're here. From this spot, you must reach the top of that mount. At the summit, you'll see the stump of an oak. Yalma's axe buried in it. Whoever pulls the axe from the stump first, wins.
I'm ready.
We don't know the
Start
terrain,
when I
but
sound the
okay.
horn. Show the little wench her place.
Alright, follow the path. Here we go.
Hurry it up,
Why
old
not
man!
Lugos? Actually, dog shite idea. You never pay up.
Forgot the jump button for a second there. Geralt has got to be the most exercised of all these people, so it's a little bit unfair. Well, it's not really unfair. It's due to his all his practice and also the fact that he's a Witcher. There's no way for them to win when I can just sprint infinitely. I want to take a look at the view around me, but I don't want to lose the race. I'll take a look at the view on the way down, I guess. Here it is.
I won. But only by a hair.
Only by a hair, you say.
No such thing. There's
Yeah.
winning and there's losing, and I lost. We best go back to the week.
Let's.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna let you in. No, why are you teleporting us back? I wanted to take a look.
Swing.
That was a cool area.
Who won?
I lost.
Lost to a Witcher, Sparrowhawk. That'd likely happen to any of us. Enough of the natter and let's drink.
Not me.
Can't today, for good reason, believe me.
Well, if not today, then when?
You've been great company. Sadly, it's time we moved on.
Really?
Indeed. We must talk, but not here. You shall learn all beyond that door.
Beyond that door? Why is she speaking in riddles?
Got a minute?
Is there anything else that she can say? Everyone's mourning King Bran's death.
Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a good king.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers, and everyone loved him again.
I see. So Bran was the one who wanted to go out and just loot and pillage every place. I see. But was not really a leader.
Farewell.
Of his people. Interesting. Okay. Good to know.
You believe
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher. Geralt, Jarl Donar and Hinder, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker one more time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha! Giving me a true fright right now. Shat my best trousers.
This is the kind of thing that
Put
Bran
that
wasn't
away
here
before you cut
to
yourself,
mediate. Should I try to mediate? I guess.
Thought Skelliger's called a truce for feasts.
I know the hallowed customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hindisfial bear.
You don't scare anyone, Donar. I'll be boys soon to plough your priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the Black Ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing. Total war with the Empire is another.
Awfully mouty, this one. Go stir your cauldron and pierce some boils, witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
I think she does have a clue, actually, when it comes to Nilfgaard, but okay.
Know what, Lugos? Just realized I don't give a damn about your hallowed rules of hospitality.
Finally, some diversion. And here I was ready to puke from all
I
the
feel like
party.
this guy on the
Come
right,
on,
in the
freak.
purple, is the
Show
real
us what
problem
you're
here.
made of.
He's the one who's actually
Build the
instigating
benches.
problems.
There's to be some gob slapping.
All right, let's go slap his gob, I guess.
Steel clad from head to toe.
I can't use.
Show the damn socceries, please.
Ow. This is a small area. I'm kind of doomed here. I need to get him into the corner.
Plan B
Mistake.
down. If you don't, I fucking will.
There we go. Now I can get back to my combo. Okay, I can't heal either.
Cross his gob, white one.
Come on.
I'll rip your doolies out, maggot.
Foul in the mug. Fist his fucking gob. Make him
One thing I don't like is that my attack that happens. Actually, or is it random? I just don't know what causes me to do the knee attack.
Foul in the mug. Fist his fucking gob. Make him choke on his teeth already.
Okay, he's almost done. Just trying to figure out what causes that knee attack to come out. Come on. Yeah, there's the knee attack. Is it when he's blocking and I'm close enough to him? I don't know. Not too important. This strategy eventually works, because eventually he tries to attack me, and he gets hit.
drove you from my heart.
Okay, this is taking a while though.
Across the wide, somber sea.
So will you buy the ram?
Come on.
Randy took that one.
There we go. Get finished off. Come on. There you go. One more hit. There you go. Jeez.
Had enough?
You got me good. That were quite a wallop. Still seeing spots, room rocking like a leaky tub in a hurricane.
We'll call it even then, soon as you apologize to the lady.
Don't hold it against me, milady. It's my deep conviction sorceresses are needed. Deeply so.
I mean, it's the other guy I want him to apologize to.
Forget about it.
That I like. And the knocking. It's what men do. Give me your paw, Witcher. Let me squeeze. It's a worthy one. Witcher, have a drink with me. Proof there's no hard feelings. And visit me at times, I insist. Yoren's been jabbering about bringing in a Witcher for that haunted lighthouse. Do me a favour. Meet him for an ale in the tavern near Arenbjorn.
Okay, we got a side quest out of this.
Find me, so as we can knock back something stronger. Here's to our next.
I will drink in this case, I think.
Sure, I'll knock one back with you, Lugos.
Drink like you fight, and we're in for a good time. To Bran!
Yennefer and I'd be honored. Here's to your health. Forgive us. We should mingle, talk to some of the other guests.
Okay.
The pestilence still.
Well, I got some experience points from that, so that's cool.
Stop repeating that. Talks to himself and won't eat meat. Imagine.
Collecting more side quests.
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermien's laboratory.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
Take it Ermien won't be there.
That's right.
And what's the purpose of this visit?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Ouroboros. We'll need it.
Not gonna specify for what? Okay.
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Uh-huh. Hiding things from us. Making us do things without telling us why. Not very appreciated.
Footsteps.
Well, good thing I just turned on Quen.
Shh. Guards. Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw. Goldfinches warble, and cranes whoop, whereas peacocks screech.
Very
Hawks
important
scream,
conversation.
Larks trill, and doves, they coo. That's all of them.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Good thing they have convenient hiding places around here. Okay.
That was close.
Didn't seem that close. They were pretty oblivious.
This'll be tough to open.
Will it?
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermien's spies. An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also sense a clear magic aura. Come, there's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Okay. Got this all planned out. But if those are his spies, they've already seen us.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
Geralt of Rivia, being romantic.
Is that romantic? Just talking about how nice it looks, and it does look nice. I agree. Just wondering, like, how much of this is explorable that we can actually reach. Do I have any way to zoom in? Got my crossbow. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Very nice. Alright, anyways. I thought we were gonna have to, like... I thought it would be difficult to get across from outside, but no, it's apparently very, very easy. Really, he should have his crows watching this door, too. Like... Seems a little bit too easy. Have I read this? Toussaint, a duchy out of tales of fantasy and wonder. I think I've already read this one. Okay. Seems familiar. I guess I could wait until they go into the not the bestiary, the glossary or whatever. And I could probably see from there whether or not it's been read or not.
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Must be a real nature lover.
So they're a druid. Does that mean they're an elf type
Looks
person?
alive.
Really? They're still alive. Well, maybe.
100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods.
I'll explore using Witcher
A
senses.
basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
What? So you put water in it and you can speak to somebody, but you said speak to Ermion. Ermion appears in the basin, but I thought this was his workshop. Oh, I guess it's not. We're not there yet. But people come here to talk to him?
Yes?
Never mind.
Had one at Kaer.
Please.
We can look at the door, I guess.
Are you all right?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
Got yourself on the door? Okay. Oh,
The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out.
are you sure?
Come on.
Or
Monsters. Can feel them coming closer.
no, I don't think there is any monsters. I think you got cut by some sort of poisonous thing that's confusing you.
That's one less.
Strange. Smells of mushrooms.
Yeah, it's
To my mind, it's the scent of sweet grass drying in the sun.
okay. Our Quen is not actually going down, probably because these aren't real.
That's one less. That's
All right,
one
back.
less.
Yeah, that is one less. Anyone else? Oh, we're collapsing. Ah, the white screen.
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked funny.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Fine. We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open. Let's go inside, Geralt.
You're lucky it wasn't the lethal poison that you got stabbed with there when you tried to open the door.
I'll lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Okay. Zircania. I think I might have read this as well, but maybe not.
dear Druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Ouroboros must be here.
Mask of Ouroboros.
Wondrous world.
I always thought that was pronounced Ouroboros.
Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know?
Like, is it spelled differently?
Raymond Marlove. A biography enhanced.
Okay, let me read this.
Letter bearing Ermien's seal to the Druids. Warns them about you.
Letter to the Druids and warns them about Yennefer. Okay. Brother Druids, be forewarned that a sorceress has arrived in Ard Skellig. Her name is Yennefer, and she hails from Vengerberg. Okay, I see. Skellig, it actually doesn't have an E at the end. That's why it's pronounced Ard Skellig. I know that you're immune to feminine wiles and will not let a well-draped skirt muddle your reasoning. Nevertheless, I warn you not to be taken in by her intelligence and refinement. I know who Yennefer is. I do not, however, know the true goal of her stay in Skellige. I see no point in asking her this question directly, for Yennefer is known for her cunning and eloquence. She says not what she thinks, but what she wishes you to hear. Yeah, I can tell. This is really a warning to us, honestly. You must remember that this is no second-rate sorceress. This is a person who breaks bread with the rulers of the North, who most recently has been working with the Nilfgaardian Emperor himself, Emperor Mir. Familiar with courts the world over, she possesses an ability to manipulate that even the wildest diplomat would envy. Yennefer has displayed an unhealthy interest in the site of the cataclysm we are striving to study. I've not given her permission to go near it, but I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open all the same. Yeah, well, he didn't keep his eyes and ears open well enough because we're in here. The sorceress from Vengerberg is a stubborn and effective manipulator. I know that in the past, her and Crotch's paths crossed. I suspect that she will wish to use this old friendship for some ulterior purpose. What that is exactly, I will try to determine. Once I do, I will inform you in a separate letter. May the power be with you, brothers. Ermien.
That brazen manipulator.
The shameless schemer.
You're the schemer here, but okay. Cone. Pine cone.
Pine cone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
Okay, you're an expert in plants?
Ermien's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Okay, most druids don't use wands. Interesting. Sword in a stone.
Sword in a stone. Thing's begging me to pull it out.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
Oh, this is like a special contraption.
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist. A goat carved out of lindenwood, signed to Uncle Ermien.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Oh, so Ciri made this for him. Interesting. White Frost? Have I read that? Oh, excuse me. You're blocking my... I need to loot that. I'm stuck.
Yes?
No, not yes. No. Let me get this. One can hear... Is that an I? I think that's an I, not an L. Ithlin's prophecy whispered at every market, garbled and reused by every village witch, delved into in any treatise, touching on sooths and diviners, and in general saturating our common culture. We all know that the time of the wolf's blizzard approaches. I see. I'm assuming that's having to do with the wild hunt. The time of the white frost, and that the world will perish amidst ice. But few truly understand the meaning of those words. The self-proclaimed prophets who shout out Ithlin's words mistake stars reflected in a still pond for the sky, for white frosts no longer is no legend or mythical apocalypse. It is a natural phenomenon that can be described in the dry yet precise language of scholarship. The renowned scholar of thorn studies have clearly shown that our world is not the center of the universe, but one of 1,000 such globes. Yeah, the spheres. Spinning in the endless darkness of space. This space is usually described as a vacuum, yet to do so is grossly misleading, for through this vacuum swims, invisible to the naked eye, the white frost. Okay, so interesting. So they do actually know about space and the vacuum of space. Now, I know of the term the conjunction of the spheres, but I don't think it's actually talking about the conjunction of the spheres here necessarily, because it's talking about a bunch of globes in the vacuum of space. And I think the conjunction of the spheres was like a conjunction of a bunch of dimensions. At least that's what how I interpreted it. But this seems to be talking about planets, not like planes of existence. But it's saying that the white frost swims through the vacuum of space, and that would seem to be referring to the Wild Hunt, which I thought does come from a different sphere, a different dimension. So maybe this is talking about that? We do not know exactly what the white frost is. Perhaps a microscopic dust that blocks the incoming light of the sun? Perhaps infinitesimal particles of the sort postulated by Democritus of Barnard, with the unusual property of sucking up warmth as a sponge does water? Okay, so this white frost is absorbing warmth, or creating cold, whatever that means. We know for a certainty, however, that thanks to the telescopic observations of elven astronomers, the white frost, whatever it is, has already destroyed a great many worlds. The star systems in which it appears perish into lifeless husks of ice over the course of a few decades. Furthermore, each scholar is agreed that the white frost will one day come to our world. Ithlin's prophecy, though based in magic intuition and not scientific observation, thus appears to foretell the truth. Many mages are skeptical about the theses presented here. I recommend they carry out the same experiment I have conducted on my own laboratory. Using the spell Portus Asterium, open a microscopic portal for 3.5 seconds to the coordinates 3, 31, 48, 91, or 90, 89, 20, whatever. Yet before you do, dress in your warmest furs and ready an axe for breaking through thick ice. Okay. This person opened a small portal to a place to see and observe some of the white frost that apparently exists outside in space, that's going from world to world, turning places to frost. And again, I feel like that's related to the Wild Hunt. But the Wild Hunt seemingly is already here, and yet they haven't turned this place to snow that quickly. Loot? Skull.
A child's skull.
Interesting. Alright, what else is there to see in here? This?
Look at this. A detailed map of the northern kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately I can't read this. I would love to have been able to actually read what that said. I mean, I got my regular map, but I want to see like what the colors represent.
Looks like Ermion places something in the statue's hand.
The skull? Or the pine cone? Oh, maybe the pine cone.
What do you say we give it a pine cone? Nothing.
Aw, darn, I was hoping that the pine cone would be it.
So, statue, how about a skull?
Still nothing.
Guess you're no indecisive prince. Need something else. Gotta look around.
Okay, but apparently we're looking for something round to put in there. Okay. Corpse of Novigrad.
Goes in for light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi.
Alright. Alexander Ho walked down the long corridor, delighted that the sounds of debauchery pouring out of the rooms drowned out the sound of his footsteps. The long-neglected brothel floor creaked and moaned as though the wood regretted being witness to the lecherous scenes fed to it by this house of ill repute standing in the very center of the pride of the northern cities. That was quite a long sentence. Ho had been generously remunerated for this visit by the wife of a silk merchant. She She had long suspected her husband of dabbling with loose women during his working hours. The case had seemed simple enough, banal even. A cheating husband. How many similar affairs had he unraveled? The worst was that his employers never truly wanted him to bring irrefutable proof of their husband's guilt. On the contrary, in their heart of hearts, they always hoped that his investigations would prove their husbands model citizens, and their suspicions wholly unfounded. This time, it truly did turn out that the woman's husband was no whoremonger, despite the fact that this trail led Alexander to a place which fleshy pleasures were bought and sold. The door in front of which he stopped, following the instructions he had received from the gnome at the entrance, had a small plaque with the number 16 on it. Unlike other rooms, this one was enveloped in an unsettling calm. Poe turned the doorknob and pushed the door open, and what he saw behind it far exceeded his worst expectations. Dun dun dun! Okay, so it's just a book. Mead.
Dwarven triple mead.
Okay. What's this?
Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in.
You can really look at everything, huh? What if I don't know which one it is, but... Nope. This one then? Okay, that doesn't blow it out. And that's all of them, right? Blast, mines, fire damage, protective shield, automatic trap. See, and that's Igni, I see. The tooltip changes, that's how I know which one is which. Alright, well I guess we'll try putting in...
Let's try again.
Thing we just got. Mug of mead.
How about a mug of mead? Statue or not, everybody needs a drink sometimes. Huh. Seems like it worked. Who would have thunk?
Okay, well that's random.
Ermion enjoys jests achieved at the expense of others. I have a sneaking suspicion the mask will be in here.
Yeah, but he was already warned about us coming. So I don't know.
Geralt, come here.
Oh. Got cut off.
This is it.
What's that sound? Is that a troll or something around here?
We've got it. We must return to the feast quickly before...
Well.
Taste this! It's a trap! We're imprisoned!
Are we?
Just wonderful.
I figured it would be. I'll just keep whacking at it. Hopefully she'll actually do some help here. Oh, he did a double hit. Okay. And you're done. Easy enough.
Geralt, hear that?
Smelled it. Gas. Grate's still closed. Gotta think of something quick.
I don't see anything in Witcher senses. Do I have to light this other thing? Hold on. I don't need to do that. Wait, did that do something?
The damned druid will poison us. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind.
We're gonna choke and die.
Hold on tight.
Why did I have to think of that? Why was that important for teleporting us? Well, that's quite an entrance. But do we have the mask? Did that teleport with us?
Now heed my words. There is no greater act of valor than to fight a beast cursed by men and gods. No greater deed than that done to serve the goddess.
I think I heard this lady talking on about that kind of stuff when I was walking earlier.
And we'll take them to heart. But now, let's begin. We have seen Bran off to the beyond, and must now choose his successor. A king must be wise. A king must command respect. A king must have bollocks. We've no lack of men like that. Let those who feel worthy of the throne of Skellige step forth.
She's smiling, so we don't want that guy to win. Good to know. Make sure to have that guy fail. Understood. Also, he's got an interesting pendant. Or amulet.
My son could not be here this day. Behold his axe. Behold his will.
Oh? You gonna join in?
May the best man or woman win.
How is this gonna be decided? We're not gonna join in? Okay. I guess it doesn't make sense, but let us win.
She's your daughter, is she not?
Let us participate.
Now I know why she said she'll sail to Speakerog. Ah, children. The older they grow, the more trouble they are. Come with me. All the more essential we talk now. How was it, Geralt?
More wonderful
when Ciri
views.
was nearing womanhood. I remember well her nan, her mother, what they were like. They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Ciri was impossible to control. No telling her what to do. Had to have things her own way almost always. Why do you ask?
No specific reason. She and Ceres, they're of a similar age. But we'll speak of my children later. First, let's speak of yours. Yennefer claims Ciri's in trouble, and you seek her.
That's right.
If you require aid, gold, ships, anything, merely say the word. I'll give you all I can. And I know the lass lives. I'm sure of it. When the blood of Rhiannon's daughters is shed, the sea grows white with fury. I'd mark such a storm.
Yeah, I think let's talk to her about. Let's talk to him about this.
Magic anomaly on Ord Skellig somehow related to Ciri, or so Yennefer believes.
It's my strong suspicion, but I can only know for certain by examining the site.
I saw the twisted forms, right unnatural. The druids were barely able to contain it. Explain to me, Yennefer, how Ciri might have caused this great catastrophe.
I'm intent on learning that very thing, which I will do as soon as Ermion stops hindering my investigation.
Don't concern yourself with him. Druids have little trust for mages. But Ermion's heart is in the right place. Am I right to assume he does not know you seek Ciri?
It's of no concern to him.
As I thought. At any rate, Ard Skellig's my isle. You've my permission to investigate as you see fit.
Okay. So, is Ard Skellig one of the islands of Skellige? Is that how it is? And Skellige is an island chain. I just had a thought. We still have Crystal Skull, in our possession of like a bird skull or something like that, right? Don't we? And it's a quest item, and I believe it's something that wasn't it like the very first cutscene of the game? Yennefer froze, like didn't Yennefer make that thing? Like, I'm just wondering why it's still a key item that we have in our possession that we can't get rid of, because I think it was Yennefer that created that, not Ciri, if I recall. Maybe I'm thinking of that wrong. I'm just wondering why it's still in our inventory. And I was thinking if Yennefer maybe was using that to spy on us or something. Like, who knows? Who knows? That's probably not it. It's probably just in our inventory as a memento, but who knows? That's all I had to say. I just had a thought and I needed to get it out. Do I need it? Yeah, we don't need to talk to him. This guy already gave us permission.
Thank you.
No need. I swore an oath once. I aim to keep it. Unfold. Tell the druid I must speak to him. At the usual spot. I've one more matter to broach. My children.
What? We should have talked to this guy earlier, because we just went into the druid's place and stole some of his stuff. And he's not going to be happy about it. We could have just talked to this guy and said, hey, we need to borrow the mask thing. And then he would have been, hey, druid, let them borrow the mask thing. And then we would have had the mask thing. Instead, we had to go and steal it and look super suspicious. And make the druid even more angry that we went and stole stuff without his permission and ruined his, like, whatever that golem was. We could have just talked to this guy.
You remember Hjalmar? Well, he swore an oath to kill the giant of Undvik. Set off and has yet to return. Whereas Ceres announced...
Is that what they're talking about? Okay, that's what she was talking about earlier, killing a monster.
That she's to set off on an adventure of her own. Got it in her head that Udalric is not mad, but cursed.
Interesting. Well, if Ceres is saying that, then I think she's right. Not all giants died ages ago? I didn't know that, so I'm going to talk about that.
Giants? They've been extinct for ages. Anyone actually seen the one on Undvik?
Aye, dozens of refugees have. The giant drove everyone off the isle. I've welcomed what remains of Clan Trolde and Ardskellig.
I heard a rumor that an unnatural frost gripped Undvik before the giant appeared.
It's true. At any rate, Hjalmar decided to kill the giant and give the isle back to its people. A deed worthy of a king, he believes. My son gathered a hearty crew at the new port. They were to sail to Undvik, then travel on foot to Oskar, the village. But that many lads should have killed the giant long ago. Thus, I thought to ask you.
You should start at the new port. Ask around. Hjalmar might have told someone there his plans.
Okay, so now we have to figure out what happened to his son as well. So when he put that axe there on behalf of his son, he actually doesn't even know that his son is alive. I figured that his son was like on a mission somewhere and that's why he did that. But we actually don't even know if... We don't actually know his state at all. Hopefully he's alive.
Take it Ceres wants to lift the curse.
I mean, he just said
There's no
that.
curse to speak of. Ceres has decided she must match Hjalmar and sort out a deed worthy of a queen.
Think she might need my help? You did plan to ask me for it. Why?
The thing is, I don't trust Udalric further than I can spit. Ceres won't listen to me, or her brother. Yet confronted by a professional who will explain why she's mistaken, she just might come to her senses. So yes, I ask that you explain things to her and bring her back.
I don't think we know what's going on either.
Can't help wondering. Got no plans to vie for the crown yourself? Think a good number of the Jarls would support you.
A good number? Those opposed would be fierce, rabid.
It would cause a lot of problems
would
in
sooner
fighting.
see an Nilfgaardian on the throne. Besides, a man should know when to step aside. Hand the tiller to the youth among us.
This guy's very respectable. I like him. I hope I'll be able to find his children, and this guy will either Cyrus or his son. I think they're both his children, because yeah, I hope one of his children becomes the next king. That's what I hope.
If either Hjalmar or Ceres need help, I'll
Yeah,
help them.
Hjalmar and Ceres.
I
We'll help
thank
them
you.
out. Much as we
Now that
possibly
we're done
can.
thanking one another, let's get to work. We must determine if Ciri is still on Ardskellig. I'll change into travel attire and find you. Head south. The anomaly we should investigate destroyed a stretch of forest along the shore of the bay. A successful feast on all counts, Krach. I will see you later.
That's such a useful ability. Why can't we do that? I know we can fast travel, but not in the same way. Oh, we have 2 points available. Did we have 1 left over last time?
Wonder if he's
Or do you get 2 from leveling up from now on? I passed 15. Regardless, let me take a look at my skills since I am leveling up. There were things I wanted, right? And we've just unlocked the next tier of things. We need 18 total in this branch, so we need 1 more in this branch in order to get the next tier up. So if I recall, I don't actually want anything in this tier. Adrenaline points when entering combat, damage, fleet-footed. We kind of want to keep all this stuff. Oh, we have a new spot open. Okay, good. We have a new spot open. So what we might do, let's see. We don't want it spinning a strike. Deals additional damage in proportion to the stamina consumed. Ignores enemy defense and increases critical hit chance by 20%. I guess we'll get that one maybe. I don't see a point in anything else. I mean, the deflect arrows while parrying, maybe that would be useful. But no. I think what we'll do is we will get this one. So, acquire ability. I'm glad you can do this out of order. The mounted special attack, you must activate the corresponding ability. Hold that to mount a special fact. Okay, got it. So you hold Y. So we'll equip that, but we're about to remove it because we need to get one of these. Which one was the one we wanted? Consume adrenaline points to cast signs. 1% chance of killing an opponent instantly. Reduces enemy damage resistance by 10%. That sounds really good. That's just a straight up damage buff to everything. And probably a multiplicative one because nothing else reduces like enemies' damage resistance. And fast attacks apply a bleed effect. That loses them 50 vitality per second. A lot of these are really, really good. But I think the one that we want the most right now is this one. I think. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to acquire this ability, Flood of Anger. And we're immediately going to replace the ability that we just got. There we go. And I also see that we have a spot open here. And what do we got? Attack plus 5% attack power. We're putting that on. Actually, hold on. No, we're not. We're removing that. And we're putting it here. Oh, interesting. So it has to be all... Okay, so then what we're gonna do is we are gonna do this though. We're gonna do things like that, and then we're gonna move these around, I guess. So we'll remove the slots here. There we go. We'll do precise blows and the new one. Good. I think that is the way to do it. And then, oops, wrong button. We'll get these equipped again. Or do we want these equipped still? And we still want the exploding shield, I think. And we still want this one, I think. I think we still want those. Maybe? Maintaining and blocking attacks strains stamina. Actually, no. I think rather than the exploding shield, I do want to put on this. There we go. I think that's good. Okay. Now let me just save those changes. Now let me take a look around here.